welcome everyone. This is a really wonderful time to celebrate live theater, small theater in Los Angeles. We're all so thrilled to be here. I want to thank Stephen Sachs and the Fountain Theater and all of the incredible people here that made this possible and are hosting this event. We are so happy to be with all of you. Before we get started, I'd like to turn it over to our gracious host today, my friend from the Fountain Theater, Mr. Stephen Sachs.
Thank you, Mitch. Welcome. Hey, everybody. It's so wonderful to be together in person. Welcome, everyone, to the Fountain Theater and our outdoor stage. At the front of our property stands the statue of an angel. And it has been my honor to know Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell for many years now. And Mitch O'Farrell is the guardian angel of the Los Angeles intimate theater community. All of us here gathered today, and for those who are not able to attend, everyone in the Los Angeles theater community and Council District 13 have been touched by the hard work, the generous spirit of Councilmember O'Farrell, and we thank him from the bottom of our hearts for his devotion and his recognition of the importance of the arts to the well-being, to the citizens of Los Angeles. I think if the almost 20 months of isolation and social distancing has shown us anything, it's how deeply connected we truly are and how profoundly we really need each other. We depend on each other to survive. And it's opportunities like this, this kind of generous support, this kind of reaching out and partnering between city government and the nonprofit arts community is a demonstration of that kind of interdependency. We are only able to get through these difficult times together. And Mitch O'Farrell and this fantastic opportunity is an example of that. So we thank him, and I welcome all of you, and it's my privilege and honor to once again turn it back over to Mitch O'Farrell.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Stephen. This is what we're calling the Theater Emergency Response Program. And as Stephen just mentioned, especially in those early days of the pandemic when we did not know what was going to come next, one thing we learned immediately, though, is that our small theater community, our live theater community, just shut down. All of their avenues for any sort of revenue stream just ended, came to a close. And in the best of times, our small theater community struggles financially. That's when times are good. So, right? I mean, everyone can relate to that. I've belonged to a number of small theater groups back in the 80s when I was first in Los Angeles, when I moved here in 1982, and I understand that. So we felt it was very important to do whatever we possibly could to help the small theater community, the live theater community. And as Stephen was talking, I was reminiscing about my experience back in the 80s into the early 90s. I made my living as a professional dancer. I sang a little bit. I was an actor. I more often worked out of Los Angeles, but I was part of the small theater community, did many, many plays along Theater Row. And as an artist, from a very young age, I tried to understand this world, which I'm still trying to do, by the way, through the lens of creativity. And to this day, that lens is what I see through in my approach to effectuating policy. It's artists and the artist's perspective that helps explain who we are better than any other mechanism. Art form is what helps us understand human nature and our world better than anything else can, including politics. So if we can get to a place where an artist's creative thinking and expansive universe without limits can help guide us to policy that improves our existence in modern society, then I think we're on to something. So I'm going to keep trying to figure out this world through art and through the work that we do collectively on policy. Now, I want to mention our Department of Cultural Affairs, they're one of my most important partners in the city of Los Angeles, the Department of Cultural Affairs. So I really want to thank and they're here today, Felicia Filer. Felicia, you're right behind me. Felicia and Tanya Picasso. Tanya is over there. Thank you so much. And someone who else comes from the creative side of a profession is my policy director, and that is Christine Peters. I don't think Christine is here today, but she really helped navigate with the DSA this fund from my discretionary cultural affairs money. So I want to thank Christine and my entire team. Dan Halden was a performer, is a performer. David Cano was a performer, is a performer. We all understand the arts pretty well. We all, have a good time in my office because we think creatively. We're very irreverent. We sing and we dance in the office. It's hilarious, but it keeps us humble and it keeps us from not taking ourselves too seriously. So I want to thank all of the small theaters in my district for strengthening our culture here in Los Angeles. It's because of the artists standing behind me right now that we are here today. We're not only celebrating them, the creators, the administrators, the ones who make our intimate theater world tick, but making a statement that Los Angeles cares about the arts, that Los Angeles cares about our small live theaters, and that Los Angeles is committed to their success. I would love for this to just be a small down payment on a more permanent revenue stream, supporting our small theater community. The success of these theater operators is very personal, and not just because I have the privilege of serving the district and that is the center of the arts, heart of Los Angeles art and culture, but I grew up in Oklahoma like so many others. I am a migrant here. Immigrants and migrants, we probably make up close to half of the population in Los Angeles, but that's what Los Angeles is about. You either are born and raised here or you come here because you have the freedom to reach your full potential without judgment. And that's the beauty of the culture here, and I want to keep nurturing that. In the early 80s, that dream became a reality when I moved here, and I had 7 roommates in a crowded apartment at Hawthorne and Sycamore, where I slept on a floor in a bedroom, and I'm glad that the carpeting had padding underneath because I didn't even have a pillow. But I had a blanket, I had some cash, I got a waiter's job, I was auditioning, I got a job in the arts out of the country, but that's another story. But I was thrilled to be in Los Angeles because of the potential that it held for me in those days when I was 21 years old. I acted in many small theaters, as I mentioned, and I carry that experience with me today. And I knew from the very beginning in 2013 when I was elected that supporting our live theaters and the local arts would be critical to my mission in office. And to that end, we have some incredible things underway right now where that perspective is manifest. We have the Armenian Gateway at the 101 freeway on Hollywood Boulevard it's a monument to art and culture in the Armenian community, and it's going to be phenomenal, and we'll be dedicating that this year. We have a gateway over Beverly that is Filipino. It's the Filipino-American Gateway that is phenomenal, and we had an artist design that. That is the perspective that my team and I bring into our proceedings. Art takes on so many forms, and why not fulfill the entire spectrum of cultures in Los Angeles, in our small theaters, in our built environment. As the former chair of the city's Arts Committee, the City Council's Arts Committee, I reactivated the Arts Development Fee to create a steady stream of funding for the arts in Los Angeles. And that steady stream of funding is coming, and it's funding really great works across the city. Felicia can testify to that, and she will in a moment. And from that, I think we can probably do more for our small live theater community as well. Since its reactivation, and that was in 2014, millions of dollars of funding has been made available for public art across the city. In 2015, I also helped lead the designation of Theater Row at Santa Monica Boulevard and Wilcox Avenue. Many of you were here. I think Daniel Henning. I think, Daniel, I saw a big beard under a mask when I walked in. There you are. Daniel was there that day. It was fantastic. It's the largest concentration of live theaters in Los Angeles and one of the great spots in the 13th District. When the pandemic hit, it really landed in Los Angeles in March of 2020. I knew that we had to urgently ensure that our theater workers and actors had security, a lifeline. This is a small token of our appreciation, and this small lifeline did help in a way, and I'm happy about that. And it assisted many in keeping their doors open past the pandemic. To help our workers, we led local efforts to pass the nation's strongest eviction protections and create a rental assistance program that started in my district, by the way. I allocated $1 million to help renters in the 13th District. Nuri Martinez did the same thing when she pivoted as well in her district. Together we combined, and we have created over $300 million for LA renters across the entire city for rent subsidies. No other city has done that. Not even close. Not in the state of California, not in the nation. I also pushed for a one-year moratorium on evictions that last beyond the end of the emergency declaration. That is in place. And the good news is, with the subsidies coming, now there's the state subsidy, we're able to pay back rent and keep whole the renters' rent, and then the mortgage holders that the landlords must be have to pay as well, so they don't go into bankruptcy and default, because then everyone loses. This morning, I'm pleased to announce that we're able to provide direct assistance to the 19 live theaters across the district that I represent, helping keep their doors open and keep the arts alive in the district and in Los Angeles. This program would not have been possible without the partnership and leadership of the Department of Cultural Affairs. You heard me mention them a little earlier. I'd like to mention an incredible shiro at the Department of Cultural Affairs. We love working with Felicia Filer, who's the Public Arts Division Director of the Department of Cultural Affairs, to say a few words. Felicia.
Thank you, Councilmember O'Farrell. As a native Angelino, I represent that other 50% of the population here. And don't forget, we're working on the Pride mural for your district, so that's also coming. It's an honor to be here with you today. Over the past 20 months, the Department of Cultural Affairs created several different types of emergency relief programs in response to the pandemic to try to support as many different sectors of the arts community as we could. We pivoted our work and redirected resources and funding to the arts community to help stop the hemorrhaging that we were witnessing. When Councilmember O'Farrell contacted us earlier this year to let us know that he wanted to provide emergency relief funding and support to the theater community in his district, because we had implemented a wide variety of emergency relief programs, we were able to quickly adopt another theater model that we had developed to respond to his request. Like many private foundations, this unrestricted funding enables you, the recipients, to use the funding in any way that you see fit to stabilize your organization. After all, you know best what the highest need in your organization is to accomplish this goal. And in exchange for this award, you provide the department and the city with an artistic product that we can share not only citywide, but also make available to the local community in which your theaters operate. We recognize that this award may not be a lot of money, but we do hope that it helps provide some stability for your theater and a little bit of cushion to get you through the next few months. And hopefully, the economy will start to turn around and the pandemic will start to wane so that the public can return to your venues to see live theater production in person once again. So congratulations on receiving this award, and thank you for all of the diverse programs that you offer us and the different constituencies that you serve. Your work helps make the creative sector of our city richer, more vibrant, and reflective of the many voices that make up Los Angeles. Keep up the great work that you do, and I look forward to personally seeing your production in person in the very near future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Felicia. We are here today to uplift live theaters in Los Angeles, and now we're going to hear from some of them. I'd like to introduce Giselle Tongi with Philam Arts in historic Filipino town. Giselle.
Good morning, everybody. Philam Arts was born at Search to Involve Filipino Americans over 30 years ago in 1991 when the LA riots happened in historic Filipino town. And without supporters like Councilmember O'Farrell and the Department of Cultural Affairs, we would not have been able to survive this pandemic. So again, thank you for prioritizing arts and culture, and especially small theater companies in Council District 13. This program is much needed and appreciated by the live theater community in the 13th District. Live theater has especially been so essential because it's been the lifeline and the lifeblood for so many Los Angelinos during this pandemic, and it provides a critical forum for storytelling and representation for all our communities. We are so grateful to Council District 13 and Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, the Department of Cultural Affairs, for supporting us, our small theater companies. And also, COVID-19 has been so impactful for our communities because we completely shut down. And as we know, besides our frontliners, artists have been essential during this time. How would we have not survived, right? I do want to acknowledge our partners, 2220 Arts and Archives, who are here today. Thank you so much for giving us a home in historic Filipino town. And I'd also like to just invite our artistic director, Giovanni Ortega, to give his thanks to all of you. Giovanni?
Thanks, Giselle. Magandang tanghali po sa inyo lahat. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Muchísimas gracias. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much, Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell and Department of Cultural Affairs for this opportunity. Philam Arts Teatro is about enhancing and elevating the Filipinx narratives, but most importantly, the shared interconnectedness we have with Los Angeles and our fellow artists around us and the diaspora. So we are just so honored and humbled by this acknowledgement. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Giovanni and Giselle. Any questions from the media before we start handing out the awards? I think we're good to go. So let's get this going, and I understand Dave Cano is going to assist. Yeah? Oh, we're going to move the... Okay, very good. All right, so we'll project.
In a training, we love it.
You could drop the mic on the table if you want. We can hear a little bit. Oh, just pull it off the podium.
Yeah, we need to. Right there.
Oh, very good. All right.
Hold on,
So-
hold on, boss.
Well, hold on, we need to have the microphone.
Drop the mic to the table, the ambient
Oh,
sound.
okay,
will-
got it.
We're not going to be able to hear you.
Yeah.
Otherwise you have to do too many sergeant major.
I just undid it. Let me put it back.
Just lay it on the corner there. Everyone, once you get your
No, you can hold it, it's
Okay,
fine.
we're gonna
Yep.
do a group
You can hold
shot.
it.
No, let them not.
Yeah. All right. We're going to start with the Fountain Theater. Stephen Sachs, Fountain Theater. Again. So, there you go. There we go.
Smile.
Okay, Gary, please. Does it look right here?
Who's Gary?
All right, that's plenty. That's plenty, right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
And thanks again to the Fountain Theater for hosting us this morning. Thank you. All right, now we have the 2220 Arts Cooperative.
Let's look to your left, please. Now look to the middle. And now to your right, please. All right.
All right. Congratulations. Actors Co-op. Actors Co-op. Hey, how's it going? Hey, great. Thank you so much. You bet. You bet.
Left, please. Over here. Now moving to the middle, center, and then finally to your right. All right.
Thank you both. Thank you.
Art Time presents here. Art Time presents.
No? Okay. Thank you. Basalam Beats Productions. All right. Hey guys, how's it going? Come on up. Yeah, good. How are you?
All right.
There you go.
Let's look to your left, please. Over here. Now we're going to move to the center. And now to your right. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You got it. You got it. You got it. And you know what? I want to thank the media for being here too. LA has a thriving theater community. Thanks for elevating that for everyone. And you can interview any of these great artists to talk about this incredible resource in Los Angeles. So please stick around and interview some of these folks. Circle X Theater.
Thank you so much.
You got it. You're on very low. I'm going to call it else.
All right, looking to your left, please. Let's move to the center. And now to your right. Good, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Phil Am Arts. Okay.
All right, looking to your left, please. Let's go to the center now. And to the right. Thank you.
Thank you. You got it. You got it. Okay. The Blank Theater Company. Daniel. Daniel and Company. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Thank you.
Come on up.
All right, everyone, let's look to your left, please. And now we're moving to the center. And now to your right. All right, thank you.
There you go. All right, good to see you all. Good to see you. Gloria Gifford. Good. Thank you so much. for making time to be here.
To your left, please. Now we're going to move to the center. And last but not least, to your right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You bet. You bet. Grok Acting Studio. Hey, how's it going? All right, there you go. Yeah.
All right, to your left, please. Now let's go to the center. And now to your right. All right, thank you.
All right. You bet. Oh, yeah? Okay. Hudson Theaters? Yes. Hey, how's it going? Good. Good to see you too. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. Totally appreciate it.
All right, to your left, please. Now let's go to the center. And now to your right. All right, thank you.
All right. You bet. Thank you. Independent Shakespeare Company. Hey, how's it going? I didn't recognize you.
Yeah, with the mouse.
And the sunglasses.
All right, everyone, to your left. Now let's move to the right, the center. Excuse me. And now to the right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I forgot to ask all of you, are you also applying for the additional $5,000 grant through the mayor's office? Are all of you applying for that?
Yes.
Great. Does everyone know about it? No.
Thank you.
Talk to us after this, okay? Because you can get another $5,000. Okay. All right?
Thank you.
Sure. Jack's Theaters. Theatricals. Jack's Theatricals. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
You got it. You got it.
All right, let's look to your left. Now to the center. And now to your right. Thank you.
All right, you got it. Yeah, it's a bigger fund, so it's going to have even more theaters.
Have Lizzie Ross.
Nope. Okay. Skiptown Playhouse. Oh, yeah. This one? Okay. Did they skip town? All right. They skipped town. All right. Oh, okay. The Open Fist Theater.
All right, to your left, please. Now let's go to the center. And now to the right. Thank you.
Sacred Fools Theater. How's it going, guys? Good to see you.
All right, to your left, please. Now to Gary, most importantly. And now to your right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. Excellent. Good. Two Wilder Inc. That's you. All right.
I'm the live theater, so we had to close during the pandemic. So thank you so much.
You got it. I'm glad I can help a little bit.
Thank you.
All right, to your left to DCA here. Up to Gary.